Hello everybody, it's Christine. It is time for Scraplift Crafternoon. Let me show you the OG. That is Miss Debbie. We will have links below. I think this was a Bramble Fox design team layout because I'm seeing the logo down here and I do see a perspectives. I've kind of contemplated, I think that's a perspective as well. I have contemplated getting into that, but I don't know. I just hadn't pulled that trigger. Anyway, this is adorable. We got a couple little photos. Now, she's got like a frame on these. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into some stuff. Maybe I've got frames. I don't really know. I think she's done some kind of stamping behind. She's got obviously this big thing in the middle with some scallops on the sides. And then there's little embellishments around with the title. It's kind of a split title. Rain or shine, she's lovable. That's adorable, y'all. And little wordy bits. So what I've pulled out, I need to get rid of this kit, and I say get rid of it. I need to use it because this is all I have left. It's actually from a Scrap Room Flavors of the Month. I'm pretty certain from November. And all I had left is this tree piece here. Technically it's got dots, but I'm kind of liking the trees. This piece of brown cardstock. And so I'm thinking I'm going to kind of almost do a reverse from what she had because she had the pattern in the middle and the solid on the outside. I think I'm going to reverse that. I do still have this. I might use this to map my photos if I can. These are my photos. I'll tell you about my photos in a second. And then I have these pieces. I think I might can use these. One's a little short. So, but that being said, the photo kind of tilts outward a little bit, so I think I can split it. They're a little different shades, so I might put the light on one side and the dark on the other. I'm not really sure. I don't know what this was, how this looked originally. I don't even remember. But that might work. And then I've got the sticker sheet. So I have sticker sheet, and I thought, you know, I could use like thankful in the title. There's autumn and thankful, fall. Then all these little wordy bits. Oh, here's some borders. I don't think this is going to work in some sense only because I don't have two of them. But anyways, got plenty of embellishments too to work with. Oh, this is really cute. Not really for this layout, but... And then the pictures, this is me and my daddy this past Thanksgiving. And we were at my cousin's house, actually. And is that right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we were. And so, yeah, I just love these pictures. This is, you guys know my story if you've watched me for any length of time. And so I'm just very grateful to have my daddy. So, thought this would be good. And the colors kind of go. So I've got my little burgundy shirt. He's got a green shirt. Of course, it's Thanksgiving. So I thought this was perfect. So let me go looking to see if I have any frames. I really don't know. I really do not know. I'm thinking maybe if I do, I couldn't find them right off the top of my head. So I may not even mess with frames. I may just mat the photo. In which case I may grab, oh, there's a heart. Look at that. I can use that. That'd be cute. I may need to grab, oh, you know what? I can grab a piece of white cardstock here. Can mount my photos there. Do that. And we will make this work. I may need to go get some letters to make a little subtitle up here, and I got to think about that. So let me do a little trimming. I'll be back on in a second. Okay, you guys, I have already mounted my photos on white cardstock and then that little orange paper. And I think I need a new cutter blade because it's kind of leaving little, I don't want to use the word paper boogers. They're not quite that large. It's just kind of not smooth. And when that happens, I tend to just, you know, use my scupperator on the edges. Now this thing here, y'all, my ATG gun was giving me fits right here on this last little bit and stuck to the, it was weird. It like pulled up a layer of the cardstock or some such. I've actually got my ATG on subscription. That's not my ATG, the adhesive that goes inside of it on subscription from Amazon. And I think I have it come like once a month. And I know I haven't scrapbooked enough because I have 2 or 3 in my drawer. And I used to go through a roll a month. So I need to scrapbook some more, you guys. So I've got my brown paper. I did trim it just down a little bit because one side, I didn't even point it out to you. I don't know if you noticed it, but it had a slice in it. Not a real big one, but enough to where I narrowed it up just a tad, which was fine because that made sense on the layout anyway. And then I do have my two little stripes here. The right-hand side one and the darker side one is long enough to not have to split it, but the left-hand side is a little bit light, a little bit short. Because typically what happens when I cut these is, by the way, is I'll cut like a 1/2 inch off a top or a side or whatever to cut it down to be framed. And then the left-hand side is, of course, always a 1/2 inch shorter. So that's kind of what happens here. So I just split it. No big deal because I know that photo is going to kind of go over that section right there. Use a little Nuvo glue. And I'm going to paste that down. And on the right-hand side, I'll have to do the same. I'll have to get a little Nuvo glue and paste that down. I don't make a scallop edge or anything like that because I feel like those little squares kind of create the little visual, not scallop really, but you know what I mean. You got like a little visual break or whatever. And so that's going to be my right-hand side. And then I've got my 2 photos. I did not put either of them on foam because I'm going to end up doing my little stickers. You know, I'll put some foam behind some of the stickers. So I know which ones, what am I doing? Oh, I'm just trying to straighten this up, you guys. It took me just a second because I stuck it under there. And, of course, I got it crooked. You know, it is what it is. So I'm going to organize these little guys here. And then I think the next thing I do is actually the title. I want to make sure I can fit my title on here. I do use Thankful off the sticker sheet. It was kind of interesting because I thought it was one word initially, and then I started kind of pulling on it and realized, oh, no, it's like in 3 different parts. So I actually start laying it down there, and I'm going to have to shift it in just a minute. So I'll pull these off, and it may even be 4 different parts. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 4 different little parts, and I realized that after I start pulling it off. I'm like, oh, gosh, I got my stickers all over my fingers here. I don't quite go quite far enough to the right, so I'll lay these down, and then I'll have to pick it up and move it. But that's, again, not a big deal. These actually have pretty good adhesive, so it's not that big a deal. I did bring in some letters. It's kind of underneath the sticker sheet right this moment, but you can probably see it. It's Simple Stories. I think it's like Color Basics or something. And the yellow's a pretty good color that goes with this paper here, this tree paper. I'm actually kind of pleased because the Thankful's kind of a golden yellow, and it goes with the kind of the interior of the yellow tree. And then the yellow... I say yellow, so sorry. I had the word so above Thankful in the green. And then for the subtitle up there in just a second, I'll use the yellow. And I'll get into that in just a second. I think, do I do the subtitle next? I might. I'm going to pull off Cozy. And I think I'll do that next, by the way. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking about stuff, right? Because I'm like, okay, what words do I have? I think so sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. This is ridiculous. I just forgot. I forgot the order I did stuff in. I think to myself, okay, I'm going to pull some of these trees out because I know I need to make some clusters. So I'm pulling out the stickers that kind of make sense to me. But then here's where I find Cozy. And I think, okay, you know what? I can make a title. Let's get Cozy or something along those lines. So I pull that Cozy out. I do pull out basically all the trees. I pull out the little rain. You saw the little umbrella. I pull out the couple of baskets of like florals and apples and stuff. Ultimately, I am going to pull off like some of the individual leaves and some of the little individual foliage. I don't think I'll do that right away, though. I think I'll go ahead and start messing with this title. Now, I put Let's down, and then I'll start to put Get, and I'll realize, oh, shoot, I only had 1 T in that size. And so, but luckily in this little booklet here, there's actually 2 sizes. So I'm going to put Let's down. I will have to use Nuvo glue, too, because these are not terribly sticky. I don't really know why. But they don't stick, so I'll have to use some Nuvo glue. But here's what I'm doing the Get of this same size letter. Now, I'm not even heard about the fact that I'm going to have to use 2 different size letters in just a minute because she did use different colors on her little subtitle up there. And so I thought, you know what, that's okay. It makes it look kind of like I did it on purpose. There's my T. Y'all, look at that little deformed T as compared to the other size. It was like, oh, Christine, that's not going to work. So I'll pull off the G and the E, and I go into the big letters and get the big G and the E. And that's okay. I think it's fine. Because so it's going to end up saying, let's get cozy. And I think that's kind of cute too. Because, of course, I'm hugging on him. And, you know, we're close faces or whatever in this selfie. So I think that's okay. Okay, so I got that. And then I might start sticking I don't know if I start sticking those trees down yet or not. Oh, I got to get the little apostrophe. That was on there. Luckily, it does have apostrophes. I will actually bring in my hearts that I had previously cut. So this little layout here, I kind of vaguely remember using my dies to cut hearts and I used a punch to make some little floral pieces or something. I don't use them little brown floral pieces. I'll actually end up tossing those. If you happen to see them on my desk, I don't use them. There they are on the right-hand side there. But I do like these hearts quite a bit. So I'm going to use the upper left is going to be that nice big like orange one. And then I'll use the 2 brown ones on the lower clusters. And I'll use those as kind of a cluster base. But first I'm going to kind of put this stuff up here. I will use foam squares. You can kind of see them there underneath the umbrella. I'll ultimately use it underneath like a little apple basket. I'll use it underneath a couple of the trees. And then an actual apple there toward the end when I start pulling that other little stuff out. I'll kind of build these clusters and then realize I got a few little like holes or something. And I'll pull in some other pieces. But they're a little bit random. I mean, it's all just fall stuff, you know. So I'm just kind of, like I said, building out these clusters. I don't use any mixed media. I thought about it because she had stamping and whatnot, and I thought about maybe doing some sprinkles where the clusters were, but I'm going to actually end up using some half pearls. I've said this before. I think we all say this to ourselves. You know what? I got a ton of something, right? So I've got a ton of these half pearls, enamel dots, little jewel deals. I've actually made good progress over the years, but I still have an entire little like drawer thing full of them. And so I kind of tell myself, you need to get into that. It's funny though, because I go, okay, if on every layout, do I use enamel dots? Do I also use wood piece? Do I also use, this or that? Well, my goodness, at some point you go, Christine, can't use everything on a single layout. So I have to kind of pick, but I don't use mixed media, so I'll end up using half pearls, but you'll see that in just a minute. Here's where I'm kind of going through looking to say, can I use some more stickers? Because what I end up doing with these sticker sheets, what I don't get done is stick them in my little sticker box. And again, opportunities there to, use it as like a kit base or something and then get papers to go with it. So I may do that like maybe next year when we do Baby Got Scraps again. I think that's in February. I'll use the stickers and scraps or something like that and build kits out of those. That sounds kind of fun because I'll bet I have enough sticker sheets in there to do something like that. So anyway, I'm pulling off more little things here. Again, it's all just fall stuff. I pulled the boots out because I thought she had boots on her original, and I thought, oh, cool, I'll put the boots. We weren't wearing boots, but they're green, so they go with my daddy's shirt anyway. I pulled out like some leaves. I kind of do actually like, some folks don't like the white border around these stickers because it is a strong white border. I do like it because, at least on this layout, because there is a lot of the trees are real patterned. The brown is kind of dark, so I do enjoy the white outline on the papers, or the stickers rather. So I like that. Now here's where I pulled out these little half pearls. They're kind of a yellowy color, kind of a soft yellow, I guess. It's not like a pale yellow. It's like a soft goldeny yellow. And I thought the color went really well. And I'm honestly going to just kind of spread a whole bunch around. I'll do like 5 in the lower left over there. I'll do 2 little sets of 3 in the top. I'll do another couple little sets of 3 on the right-hand side. I'm honestly just trying to use up as much on this little sheet as I can. I don't finish it though. There's too many on there. But I'll put as many as I can on here. I did use my Wordy Bit stickers. She had some Wordy Bits, and so I added like Autumn Blessings, Fall Memories, Fall Sweet Fall, and Hey Pumpkin. And I did add a tab that says Blessed on the top of the left photo. That technically really wasn't according to her layout, but I liked it, and it kind of went with the message, so I put it up there. I think I'm trying to mess with these little tiny pearls, you guys. They're so tiny. These tweezers, I do like the tweezers, but they kind of, it just always reminds me of Pretty Woman trying to pick up that dead gum oyster or whatever, and it just slips out of her hand or it flings out of her hand because the things are, it just reminds me of that. Every time I try to pick things up with these tweezers, they just flip out. And so basically that's all I'm going to do the layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have in the description down there, Terrace does such a great job. There's always tons of information. There's always the playlist. There's the other hoppers, Instagrams, all that kind of stuff. The original, of course. So please make sure you check out that description and make sure you give all of our hoppers love. We have added a couple of extras now, so you should see a good little chunk of videos to watch on Sunday here. So y'all have a lovely day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.